Hello everyone, my name is Lauren Dotson, and I will be delivering the Proverbs 31 Award to today's recipient. But before I begin, I must ask you all to stop and consider a question. When you think of a strong and influential woman, who comes to your mind? Maybe think of someone like Harriet Tubman, or Corrie ten Boom, or maybe even Eleanor Roosevelt. Now, I'll admit that all these women have left powerful impressions on the world. However, there are also women among us who, even though they are not as well known in the public eye, have nevertheless impacted their family, their friends, and their community through their brilliance, love, and through their devotion to the Lord. These women are true examples of the Proverbs 31 woman. And indeed, we have one such woman with us here today. That being said, the following speech will demonstrate the value of the award being given. It will also highlight the personal and professional achievements of the recipient, Lori Davis Dotson. As a firstborn child and only daughter, I have admired my mom from a young age. I have seen her in times of celebration, sorrow. I have watched her go through trials and attain many achievements. All that to say, I know the woman that my mom strives to be, and I know without a shadow of doubt that she is worthy of this award. Moreover, beyond the influence that she has had on my own life, I have seen how she has impacted so many others, including everyone in this room. That being said, the presentation of this award impacts all of us, as it shows how unity can be derived from the love of just one individual. That being said, the first point of business today is to describe the background and qualifications for the award being given. The Proverbs 31 Award was created to honor women who possess the attributes of the woman described in the final chapter of Proverbs. That being said, the recipient should be active in her community, whether that be through a volunteer position at church or at community centers or so on. The recipient should be self-sacrificing and willing to fulfill the needs of others, whether that be through the role of a career woman or the role of a stay-at-home mom. Also, and finally and most importantly, the recipient should demonstrate a deep devotion to Christ that is the hallmark of a true Proverbs 31 woman. Thus, with this description in mind, let's move to the next and most important business of today. My mom, like a soldier willing to fight to the death for his country, has worked hard to achieve several personal and professional goals. Unfortunately, I do not have time to cover them all here today, but there are a few things that I want to highlight as they pertain most closely to the receiving of this award. Firstly, in her professional career, she earned both a bachelor's and master's degrees in education. She worked for 7 years in 2 different Texas districts, and she has also been involved in many different community service positions, as she has volunteered in church, at crisis pregnancy centers, food banks, and so on. Secondly, my mother has demonstrated many attributes of the Proverbs 31 woman through her personal life. She, from the beginning, placed her teaching career to the side and stayed at home with my brother and I from the beginning. She also homeschooled us from preschool all the way through graduation, and she had an extremely busy career, driving us to many different extracurricular activities, the list of which is endless. She also worked for my dad from home, and all that to say, she was a very busy woman, but she was not one to complain. And she took everything in stride and was willing to put all this busy duties aside and sit in moments and listen to us when the need arose. Finally, my mom has been a wonderful spiritual support to my family. She has led by example, as from a young age I would watch her spend time in the Word and also spend time in prayer, and from a young age she has mentored my brother and I. All that to say, my mother closely resembles the Proverbs 31 woman, and thus in conclusion you should all see why she is worthy of this award. My mother has impacted me in so many ways, and if I were to put it in the simplest way possible, my mother is my hero, and it is with great honor that I present her with this award. Thank you.
Aww, thank you.